Hello, friends. It is Denise from Loving Life at 60-ish. I'm here. I'm trying to get myself organized. So, guys, this is actually the 4th of July. And I'm going to do the rest of this consolidating. And my son's going to come pick it up and put it in the overnight banking box thingy that they have. I've only done that a few times, but it works. And then it is gone and out of the house. Why am I doing this on the 4th of July? So yesterday, Scott had both a blood transfusion and a platelet transfusion. He also then proceeded to tell the nurse that he'd been having a hard time breathing again, especially first things in the morning. And this was what had happened right before the double pneumonia stint we had a month or two ago that he ended up in the hospital. So they listened to his lungs a couple of times yesterday while he was there, and one of them is a little diminished, but I mean, let's face facts. He's got lung cancer, emphysema, COPD, and they're all in the late stages. So to have a little bit of diminishment on only on one side is really not a bad thing. But anyway, we got home and he went to bed. Well, we watched some Blue Bloods and he went to bed, and he was up all night, guys. But he didn't tell me why. I just knew he was up. He'd get up and then he'd come back to bed and then he'd get up again. And he went back to bed around 9:30 this morning. And then he just got up a little while ago and he told me that he had a lot of pain last night and he just couldn't get his breathing as comfortable as he wanted. We have upped the oxygen as per what they suggested. And he is now back in bed. He does not want to go to the ER at this point because it is the 4th of July, guys. And I get that. It could be a crazy time up there. So he had some medication I gave him, which usually makes him rest, at least. So we're going to see how he feels once he gets back up. But anything that we had thought we might do today, we are not doing. And I could either sit in my rocking chair in the living room and watch TV and worry, which is what my MO, it's what I tend to do. Or I could do a few things, get a few things off my list. And when I felt like all was too much and I needed to sit in my rocking chair and worry, then I'm giving myself permission to do that. But for now, yeah, it's disappointing because he did not make it over to his family's camp last year either, because we had just gotten the diagnosis and we didn't know at the time that the bone in his femur bone was eaten up so badly with cancer, that hence the reason why he could barely walk. And our kids are having a barbecue today, and my daughter just texted and said, well, he really should go to the ER, which I agree. But I'm going to trust him because he hasn't steered me wrong yet when he's needed to. And she said she would bring over some barbecue food later, which will be nice. So I am here and I'm going to do this because Nate's going to stop in a little while. And the last video of this took me an hour. And I had hoped to get back to it that night, but I just didn't. So, and then yesterday, of course, we were there. We didn't get home until 7 o'clock last night. And that was with no stops on the way home. So it was a very long day. Tomorrow he has scans to see if the chemo is helping. And the scan will also show if there is something going on in his lung, more so that might be causing the uncomfortableness of the breathing. So that's why I'm not being insistent upon getting right in the car and going to the ER, because I do know that's happening tomorrow. They did listen to his lungs yesterday. In the past, when he had a blood transfusion, he would pretty much bounce back very quickly. The last couple of times, it has taken days before he started to feel even a little bit better. So, yeah. And he's only ever had platelets one other time, and that was in the hospital. And so we're just going to play today by ear. I'm going to try not to do too much worrying. I did want to tell you too, I figured out and totaled up. I've been doing like my 6-month kind of how are things going. Look how I am so bad at straight lines. But I finished out my Disney vacation savings challenges and the renovation ones, and now I'm doing vacation savings in the Eclipse book and the renovations in the Up book. So I did go ahead and close that out, pull the money that was left in the envelopes out of the vacation one, and I haven't gone through the renovation one yet, but so I saved in the Disney one, and I did round it up because I had put some extra money in at one point from, I don't remember what it was, but it rounded up to $3,500. I had actually saved in the savings challenges $3,423, and so I rounded it up to $3,500. Now, that money is probably not going to Disney. I'm going to try to hold on to it as long as I can, because really, honestly, we just don't know what's coming our way. I mean, I had to take money. I had to rob Peter to pay Paul to do the Merida's emergency vet bill recently, and of course we have all kinds of medical bills right now, I think to the tune of about $10,000. That I'm going to take some time this weekend and go through all the outstanding bills, including the ones that got sent to collections in the beginning of all this while we were waiting for them to help us set up a payment plan, which did not really happen as well as I thought. But what I did discover is you can't set up a payment plan any longer. I think I've told you guys this. You actually have to go through Commerce Bank, and they set up a credit for you, and you don't get charged interest or anything unless you are late paying each month. And if you are late paying, it is a hefty fee. But they only okay a certain amount. I think ours was $2,500, and the first 4 or 5 bills he had took it all up. So, but what I did discover on the portal, when you go into and click on pay my bill, It's so stupid because, like I had told you before, they don't have the bills all consolidated. You have to type in a separate number for each and every bill. And they do not have a total of what you owe. It is near impossible, we found out. Whoops. Oh, well. We found out that to even get a total, unless you're speaking to the right person, right? So I'm going to go and add up. Oh, but what I found out was when you do pay my bill, okay, he has a $2,500 bill from his stay in the hospital. So if you go to that and click pay my bill, it does give you the choice to not pay the whole thing. You can type in how much you're going to pay. So I found that interesting, and I'm going to try that with a couple of the big bills and see what happens. Anyway, there's your little tidbit today. I've been using my up mug in the mornings for my tea. Whoops, I don't have the stool there right now, so I want to take it back out. I was figuring out things in here this morning, so I had my up mug in here drinking tea. And that up mug was from what is it, what Katie did? I think that's her handle on YouTube. Well, I don't know. Remember, I had a pencil the other day, and that was probably a good idea. I don't see my pencil today. That pencil's not sharpened. Oh, who knows, guys? Who knows? I have plenty of pens. Well, we're just going to hope we don't make a whole lot of mistakes. So, let's see. We did the consolidating there, and we're going to just start over here. July 4th, because the deposit will go in. It won't show until July 5th, I think, but that's all right. We are going to do the villains since they're right up here. And I don't know that I don't think we've consolidated any of this. And the villains money goes to, that sounds like and the villains money goes to, okay, well, basically, this will probably go to medical bills because of the account that the money comes from. That's what I think. Oh, guys. So I got to thinking about this, and I'm not going to consolidate into big bills unless I need to, because I'm pulling the money out of here, right? So let's see. I think that makes more sense. There's no sense in switching the money out if I don't need to. 20, 40, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80. And I'm only doing in increments of 5 that I would pull out. So this is 80. 20, 40. Let's put it over here. 20, 40, 50. 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80. Keeping our fingers crossed. So, so what that means is, how did I do this here? Bankin. Is that, okay, let me find $80 into shut the box. So anything under, like if I'd had 5 ones, I would have banked that too. But I didn't, obviously. I had 4 ones. And So I'm just going to do that through all of this, and that will save me having to get out to have big bills to do. I might want to tell you that I forgot that I would need big bills. 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70. And then we'll put these ones back. Plinko. So now as I put money in, I will just keep adding across here. You know, I talked about this yesterday. I could have done something on the back to add like people do. But you know what? I'm okay with how this works. 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70. I did bring my husband's doorbell ringer in here so that if he needed anything, I would hear him. We're not carrying it over because I haven't saved any money from here as of yet. Wow, 20, 40, 60, 70, 5, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100, 5, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Actually, I'm gonna leave this in here. The more I think about it, it wouldn't hurt to leave some ones in because I always need some change. Oh, you guys, were you shouting at me to get it in the right place? Let's see, I don't have an Ursula one. No. I should make an Ursula one. So I designed these in AI. 20, 40, 60, 70, 100, and 5, 10. 110. This is actually going to be a good, healthy amount saved, I think. When this gets filled and messy, I'll just erase it all and go from there. I do anticipate my phone ringing a couple of times because I called some of his brothers to let them know, and my niece, that we weren't coming out. That was before I knew that my son had stopped out there. I would have just sent the message with him. I did consolidate into bigger bills, evidently, at one point here. 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. I'll put these back in. Oh, that's perfect. Because we have Cruella. 55. 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. I'm assuming you're all out celebrating for the 4th. I hope. I feel just as content doing this, guys. We did his brother's camp for years and years and years and absolutely loved going. But I am okay with this being home and just, you know, obviously keeping an eye on him. 20, 40, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80. I mean, you know, it would have been nice to go to our daughter's. Camp is quite a ways away. That's why I was surprised that he thought he might feel up to going. But I thought, you know what? If he does, we'll do it. And I was glad that my son was going, or our son, my son. He's my son when he behaves, right? And he's Scott's son when he's being a poop. Actually, our kids are so good, and they're not perfect. Neither am I, but they are as close to perfect as we need. Wicked Witch, 20, 40, 50, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 110. I'm not surprised about this one because the board games tend to bring in a lot. Do look at my website within the next few days. My Etsy shop. Not quite sure when it's going to happen, but there should be a Christmas in July sale coming. I haven't done it yet because I wanted to get through 4th of July. I don't like to mix holidays if we don't have to. I like to get through them, you know. And oh, this goes in there too. So 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, $117. Nothing to sneeze at. So this money has come from the, there's a program through Medicare where you can hire a personal assistant, personal caretaker. 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. And Maleficent. I mean, you have to jump through a lot of hoops and such, but we're going to use the Maleficent one. They pay me for 26 hours a week to take care of his needs. Now, obviously, I'm working about 24/7, and I will be perfectly honest, I wanted nothing to do with it. Like, I kept thinking, why would I want to be paid to take care of him? 35, 40. But if you ever have to struggle with this, my niece, the doctor, made a very good point one day, and this was last winter. What if you need to raise your heat so that the house is set at a warmer level and you don't have enough money to buy the oil because you're paying for medical bills, which is exactly what was happening. And she said it could make the difference between keeping him comfortable and worrying constantly about money to keep him comfortable. 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65. So 20, 30, 40, 50, 55, 60, 65. So I thought about it a lot. He thought about it less because he just felt it was a good idea. And so this money that I'm saving in Villains would go towards his needs. Like, and this isn't, okay, so this is just a small percentage of the paycheck. The rest of it is and will go towards any bills that he accrues at this point. So actually this may be for something a little more special. I don't know, guys. I don't know. 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. It just feels good that it's there. And we did indeed have to spend a bit of it to make him comfortable with things that insurance was not willing to pay or chip in for. This is flattening right out. So by the time you watch this, maybe you've already celebrated today. Let me live vicariously through you. What did you do today? Did you have to work? Did you have a family over? Did you do nothing? Like just take the day and do nothing except things you wanted to do. Heaven. 20, 30, 40, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80. Let's just make sure. 20, 30, 40, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80. Yep. Oh, look, perfect. So, speaking of doing whatever you want, yesterday they said he needed a blood transfusion. So they were getting him set up, and she said it'll be, you know, once the blood finally gets here, it'll be about 2 hours. But it might be an hour or so before the blood gets here, which we know it's the way it works. So we figured on about 3 hours. And then she said, she called me out and she said, he needs platelets too. So that means, you know, another hour tacked on. And I said, is that 80, guys? I didn't write it down. I said, okay. So I went in and told him, and he said, okay. And I had a couple of errands to run, and I usually stay there with him. But what we've worked out in our heads is when he's there, he's got a ton of people taking care of him. And I should use that time to go do the errands that he doesn't feel like doing once we're all done. So I had a list of things that he needed and we needed in the house, and the dogs needed dog food and stuff like that. And I went out to that nurse's station and I said, hey, I'm going to go run some errands. You said it would probably be about 5 hours. I said, I'll probably be gone an hour, hour and a half. And there were like 3 of them sitting there, and they were like, yeah, that's fine. I said, unless you wouldn't mind keeping him for a whole lot longer, and I'll just go do whatever I want and be back whenever I feel like it. And so they were laughing, and I said, because he is so demanding and hard to take care of, which they know is not true. And so they were laughing, and one of them said, I'll just take him home with me. So 20, 25, 30, they really love him up there, which feels good because, you know, they're taking care of him. And we do know that occasionally they fight over who's going to have him in the good, positive way. Because they all love having him. He is really easy. He requires 4 pillows because his body is so small and so bony. Queen of Hearts. But beyond that, he doesn't ask for much. I always tease them that they ought to just bring a roll of bubble wrap. We could just wrap him up in it. But they are so good to us and very kind. When I came back, I wanted to do some work on YouTube and Canva. And they brought me one of those tables, you know, the bedside tables. They brought me one of those to set my iPad on and my notebook. And they're just very kind. And it took longer than the 5 hours, which we usually know is going to happen. So I did not go out and do whatever I wanted to, by the way. But that's all right. I got a lot of our errands run, and the dogs have food, and so they're happy. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. This is for friends. 35. There's a whole bunch of ones in here. Let me see. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to put that here and put a 10 in here. So 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Did I already put that in there? No. 45 for friends. Look, I've got to, I should have my whiteout tape in here. 45. That was a, just because I don't need that many ones sitting in here. There's still 8 of them. 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. The bank will be happy to see me coming with all kinds of ones. I mean, all kinds of small bills, because I always take their small bills. This is Lucky Draw. Five, 10, oops, I'm not counting it yet, guys. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Let's see what we have here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, let's do this again. Okay, so 10, 20, 25, 30, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. That should be the last of them, actually. 64. Lucky Draw. You know what I like about this? I mean, first of all, when you're consolidating, right, it brings everything. You can close your pouches again. That's one thing. And then the other thing is, it shows you how every little bit adds up, right? Villainopoly, we could take that too. I'm not going to take any of these right now. Ooh, there's an IOU. $11. Well, let's see what Villainopoly has for us. Actually, Villainopoly may go towards, well, let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, we're going to do that. But we are going to, we're not going to put this one in the bank because I think this will eventually go towards, well, no, it will go in the bag. I'm sorry. Never mind. We're not ready to put that in yet. The mini or this, my sweet Blessed Daisy budgets, or this one. Not ready yet. This one we just started with Brenda LaBelle And this one is a train wreck with budgets and chaos because they're so high. They're such high. Look at this. I mean, it was zipping because these are great. These zip pretty wide, but that's so much better. Let's see what we've done. My old trusty calculator, which I wish I could find another one just like it. Maybe not quite so beat up. Okay, it says 825. We're just going to add it one more time. $825. Okay, let's get it counted up. And then we will have this one ready to go. I don't think he'll be, I think I'll still have time to do the adventure savings one too. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. 40, 60, 80, 200. I think, well, I'm sure, because he'll wait. He's going over to his sister's to the cookout, because he must have Eli with him. He's such a good uncle. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. I shouldn't have put those in the 5, 10. That's 100. Here's another 100. How are we doing on time? Not bad. Another 100. Okay, so we have to redo this. That's 75. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Okay, so 80. And there's 200. And that's 40. 300. Okay. This is not coming out right, guys. Why? All right, we're gonna have to count it again. Should be 825. Did I? No. All right, we're just going to get them all banded up and then we'll see. $25. Yeah, this isn't right. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, $725. So we're missing a 100. which I think this is going to make sense in just a second. Okay. Clear. 200. 20, 40. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75. 5, 1, 2, 3. 25 and 5. Yay! 825. And this is going separately into a different account. 825 villains PC. And I wish I had, let's see, here we go. All right. Let's see, we should put savings. I'm going to leave this out for the boy. And put my account information in it. And then this one. Adventure savings. We'll start a new page. Adventure savings book. This book is by the Blessed Daisy Budgets. JaCie is her name. And she created this book after one of my great subscribers, Yvonne, asked her, what can we do to help Denise and Scott? And yeah, here it is. And so the proceeds go to Scott and I, after, you know, she has to take out for Etsy fees and taxes. And you guys have been amazing. And this is supplied by money from things I sell. And I don't mean in my shop. I mean like the purses and the books and stuff like that that I've had to sell. And also birthday money went in here too. 20, 30, 40, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85. And then we have all these ones, you guys. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we're going to keep those 4 in. Now, so we have 20, 30, 40, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 95, 105. Okay. This one goes a little different because I have Bankin. What did I say? I can't remember. 105 maybe. And total. Because you see, I've already put 40 in at some point. 20, 30, 40, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 7, 98, 99, 105. Yep. So the total is 145. And I'm going to take these right out because the Bankin slip is going to take the place of it. Total 145. I'm going to say I did this today, but really I did 40 of it before. Balloon. Okay, let's see if we can keep ourselves out of trouble this time. Maybe. And, yeah. So trying to still do the same thing as we did in the other one. Feels grape. To save. Again, we'd already put some money in, it looks like. Another 40. Okay, so 20, 40, 50, 60, 65. Let me put this back in here. 65. And then 85, 95, 105. Yes. Okay, so we're going to put those back, and we're putting a total of 105. 7, 5. Feels grape. $20, $40. I should pull these out of there so I can see this better, because I'm making a mess anyway. 20, 40, 50, 65. Yep. Perfect. This book never shuts because it's one of those binders that just is not good. That's the bottom line. Okay, pop the balloon. I bet we did 40 again. Nope, 70. Ooh. Okay, so 20, 40, 50, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. Ooh, not cool, Denise. 70. I have transferred my everyday planner to the new one, but I have not transferred my business one yet. 50, 60, 70, I think. So 170. Great. I think I might do that today. Yep, see, I got a 5 up here with the 10s. Don't even want to know how. 5s. So a total of 170 for pop the balloon. That one really sucked up my money, didn't it? Several times. I don't have it in play right now. I think I finished it. Yep. Oh, I did pop the balloon twice last time. That's right. I forgot about that. But I'll probably erase this one and keep playing. Luggage knockout. 10. Let's see what we have here. 9. Okay, so we're going to put this in and take a 10 out. So we have 20, 30, 40, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70. Luggage, knockout. Oh, 70, 80, 90, 110. Right. These can go over here. And the total is there. And we can put this over here. 10s and 20s. Nate just texted me. So we're doing all right. That was luggage knockout. Uh-oh, am I doing these wrong? Nope. Luggage knockout. Pack up your savings. Okay. Nothing already put in. Okay. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. 65, 70, 75, 80, 85. Now, this is weird, but I'm going to take this. Yep, there he is. 85. Let's take this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll put 5 back in here and do 80. 60, 65, 70, 75, 80. And there's none already. Yeah, this one's a hard one to save with. Well, it's not hard, but it's, whoops, whoa, it's time consuming. Because there's a lot of, you know, there's a lot, but it's fun. So, I like that. Same with these. These ones are a little more time consuming too. Under the Sea. I definitely consolidated these. I'd have to look back to see when, but 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, we're going to do that. I just like to keep a couple of bucks in there. 20, 40, 50, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80. And there was no, this will be interesting to see when this is all done. No, it doesn't go in there, Denise. How much I was able to save. Now, I know a lot of you have finished yours. But I am, you know, it depends on how much money you can put in and what you've got your amount set at and everything. And I obviously am because I'm using extra money, I guess is the good phrase. We're going to call this the blimp color. I'm so glad I recolored this because I hated this. So picky sometimes. My type A personality. Okay, we'll leave that in there. 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. We can actually put this out front. We don't really need that. Okay. 50. And there was none before it. I'm hungry for lunch. I don't know what I'm going to have. I sort of wish I had foreseen we weren't going to go anywhere. 30, and picked up Chinese food. But you see, because we're so rural, you can't get food delivered. So it's not going to happen, which is all right. Wow, are we at the end of this? We are. Well, wait, how did we do that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, because I've pulled some that I finished. We probably should fix that too. This definitely needs some cleaning out. But, you know, tuna sounds kind of good. The nice thing about, we've always been discouraged that our little Willow barks at Scott. But the nice thing about that now is I know if he's up and about. See? Because she'll start barking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Wow, that's a lot of ones in there. 1, 2, 3. 10. Wow. Okay, we're going to keep this in here, right? But I am going to bind this since we're right here. But this is 25. Oh, I better count. I better do this right. 25 plus 20. Okay. But I want to bind this together so I don't have to recount it. Smart. Smart, smart, smart. Okay. 45 needs to come out of here. 20, 45. All right. Okay, so 20, 30, 20, 40, 20, 40, 60, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100, 5, 10, 25, 30, 35, 40. So 140, guys. That's, what do I say? That's nothing to sneeze at. Paradise. And I left a 5 ones in it. All right, so what I had done, and this is why I know, is I had pulled the ones that were finished. And we don't want to, I want to put those all in. Oh, it's all of these right here. They were elasticized, guys. Elasticized. Perfect. So we're going to do these too. You still with me? Sure you are. Oh, it's been over an hour, hasn't it? All right, well, we're going to, this one is finished. 2040. All right, this is the balloon color, and it's finished. 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85. 85 plus 40 is 125. And so these I'm not going to put a Bankin slip in because probably I should, right? All right, you talked me into it. $125 total balloon color. But these ones are finished, so I'm going to put them in my finished bin, and then I'll eventually put them back in here when I do this all over again. All right, and this is Wild Grape Savings. This one is finished. These can go away. I'll have them for... There are times when I'll use these instead of the Bankin slips. 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 69, and 40. So that game brought, whoops, 69 plus 40 brought $109. $109. Wild grape. So we have two $2 bills, some ones, some 5s, a 10, and a 20. Okay, almost done, guys. Almost done. Hopefully you're watching it, and hopefully you're willing to watch through the ads. I noticed my ad watch was way down last month. Who knows why, right? I mean, we've talked about that before, how, whoops, I actually totaled that up wrong. 69 plus 50 plus 40. 159. 159. And we'll change it in here too. You know, there are times when I go, oh, I don't have time to watch through this ad. It's a 30-second ad, guys. I do have time. 159. You know, so I do that sometimes too. But it's so helpful if you watch through the ads. 20, 40, 50, 60, 63. And this is the, what does she call it? Roll and save. That's not it. Oh, right there. Fun at the beach. But it is indeed how we get paid. 63. 113. So it is greatly appreciated when you take the time to watch through those ads. $63.75. Whoops, that's not right. 113 at the beach. Whoopsies. I certainly appreciate it. And I know other YouTubers do also. This is the Adventure Awaits color. Now I'm getting tired. I gotta get going because he just texted that he's on his way. 30, 40, 50. 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, exactly 100. $107.5 adventure color. I'll eventually take these out of there, but I think for now it's a good record keeping thing. So it's all good. It's all good. Wow, guys, we've done well. And then the last one is Adventure Roll and Save. I love these ones. Because you could save as much or as little as you want. I doubled the dice on this one, but you could do a single dice. You could do a D20, 20, 40, 50, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 90, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 116. And we're going to use, because there were 13 and I only printed off 12, 116, 7, whoops, 5, adventure, roll, and save. Okay, guys, now the moment of truth, right? I'm just going to keep the camera rolling. I know you have sat and watched this. Hopefully you've gotten a snack a couple of times, you know, and all that good stuff. So hopefully you have enjoyed all of this. Now I had this elasticized. I should bring some elastics in. All right, I'm just going to do that These are done. We're going to put that over there because Lord knows I need to make more piles. Look at that. See, like what I said, this never has closed well, but it's closed. Okay, let's do this. 60, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 360. Whoops. Okay. I think I need to do a little bit of this. At least I know I'll get some barbecue later. 240. Oh, there's some 10s up in there. Darn it. Oh well. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. 100. 95. 95 plus 300 I've gotten real quiet. You know, sometimes I just don't have a lot. I talk so much sometimes, but I'm kind of in my head today, I think. Okay, and $4, 999, $10, 1,009, you guys. But remember, I didn't count this yet. Silly me. Okay, let's have at this. Okay, and then 100. So I have $1,123, you guys. Oh, speaking of this money, someone asked if I had any new things up for sale, and I did put one thing up yesterday, but it sold just like that. It was a set of summer melamine or I don't know, plates and bowls. The bowls were square. From I want to write this total down. 1,123 from TJ Maxx, never used. I had bought them so we could use them outside in the summer. They're so cute. They had whales on them in bright colors. But we've chosen to use paper plates just because we ain't got time to wash dishes if we're trying to make memories this year. So 1,123. Woohoo, woohoo. Awesome, guys. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So, I think this might be just in time because this is funny. I just saw a red truck pull up, and that's what color truck my son has. So I have to go find the bank bags, and I'm looking for a envelope for this. And then I don't want to put it in with the villains. I wanted to keep it separate, but that may not be workable right now. Well, I must have a bag. I have an envelope. And another envelope. All right. We're going to put it in this. 1,123 from Adventure Savings book. 7, 5. I don't know why I keep wanting to write 7-2. Now that is my mother's birthday. Thank you all who wished her a happy birthday. I need another elastic. I know I had one. Yeah, right there. All right, guys, I'm going to go and get this all ready for him. And I'm going to also check on my husband and get something to eat. And I'll be back. I don't know if I'll be doing I won't be doing another video today, but I should be back. Tomorrow we have CT scans, so it all depends on how everything goes. I do kind of get a little quiet after these scans because they've never had great news afterwards, but we will take prayers and kind thoughts and love and all kinds of positive energy sent his way for these. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you had a drink and a snack, and I will see you real soon. Love you all. Happy 4th. Bye.